Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441. Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial of the Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Have a car with only one key or remote and want a second or third, but you don't want to wait hours at a dealership to pay outrageous prices? Then give Keys and More a call at 317-504-9793. Keys and More has a variety of services for you at amazing prices. We can create lost keys, remotes, or proximity keys, duplicate current keys, provide 24-hour lockout services, and even snowplow services. Remember, Keys and More, 317-504-9793. 185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beech Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting the things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador fund, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors! Looking for the fastest internet? Then call Kevin Hood of MetroNet at 317-908-4635. Kevin Hood believes that honesty and loyalty are important when developing a relationship with a new customer. He won't put the typical salesman pressure on you. He's polite and very respectful. Kevin Hood has helped more than 1,000 people in Franklin, Whiteland, and Greenwood get the best deals MetroNet offers. Look him up on the app nextdoor.com and see all the positive reviews people give him. Call Kevin Hood of MetroNet today at 317-908-4635 to get the best deals, including 100% fiber optic internet and TV today.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Glen Ray Gymnasium for senior night here at Whiteland Community High School as your Warriors on the boys basketball team as well as the cheerleaders. And kudos to the cheerleading competition squad that went to nationals and had their best finish. We'll have more about that here in a little bit with one of our interviews here in the pregame show. But Chris Wood, Dave Edens with you, as well as our producer extraordinaire Chad Shapson tonight for our final broadcast of the regular season. Tournament to be determined. We'll talk about that later in this broadcast. But Dave, tonight your Warriors come off they've won 4 of their last 6 games. And out of that, it's really been a tale of 2 seasons. I mean, you can't say that they have, they're 10-11 on the year, but they started out 0-5. Right. This is a team that's just matured more and more over the year, and Coach talks about that in his interview we'll have here in a little bit, but just kind of your thoughts real quick.
Well, I know no coach is going to say that they're thrilled with a season record of 10-11. However, in my opinion, after the 0-5 start, to say we'd be 10-11 at some point, I'd be pretty proud of where that team has gone. And this team has kind of found a little cohesiveness. Some people have stepped up in leadership roles a little bit more than the beginning of the year, and they're playing their best basketball, which, as the old cliche goes, that's what you want to be doing come tournament time, and that's where we're at right now.
Well, we'll talk about some of these seniors tonight on this boys basketball team as we get a chance here in the pregame and throughout the broadcast. But we're going to take this first break here on the Sports Plus pregame show, and we're going to come back and recognize the cheerleaders and one of the seniors that I've had a chance to have in the classroom, as well as a TA, one Haley Stribby, kind of get her thoughts on her 4 years as a cheerleader, both for fall and winter, as well as for the competition squad. We'll do that here in just a little bit here when we come back here on Warrior Beach Sports. Stay tuned.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today, 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
0.6 of a second, so all intents and purposes, this quarter is going to be over. Valle to Gross. Gross heaves it. It's good! It's good! And they count it! It's good! Wow! I said for all intents and purposes it wasn't going to count. Guess what? It was good!
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, x-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists, who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Branch Road, Warrior Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee.
Squad and Haley, first off, you guys just got back from nationals, 4 years now in a row. Kind of talk about nationals and compare each year from the first year you went as a freshman now through your senior year.
So nationals is a really good way to bond with your team, and the first year we went down there, we kind of were just going for it. We didn't really know what was going to happen, and then we ended up making it through to the second round, and then the next year we made it through to the second round too. And then junior year, we finally made it through to the final round, and we placed 10th in the nation. And then my senior year, we made it through to finals, and we placed 9th.
So, obviously, besides the fact that you get to compete against the best from the nation, you also get the opportunity to go to Disney World. What's your fondest memory of the experience over 4 years of going to Disney and competing in this?
Well, there was the first year we went down there. We went to Magic Kingdom, and then we did stunts, and then they started yelling at us and saying that we could be disqualified from the thing if we stunted at Disney, so that was kind of a memory from there. It was pretty funny.
So you're a senior, and this is senior night for everybody in the basketball and the cheerleading programs. Talk a little bit about some of these girls that you're seniors with, because I can't get a chance to recognize all the nights. So if you could identify them for me, I appreciate it. And if there's one special memory you guys have as a group that you're going to take with you as you leave and move on to next year into college.
I've been training with a lot of these girls since 6th grade, and a lot of them have become more than friends. And I'm just became really close with a bunch of them, and we just all have really good memories together. Our best memory would probably be nationals, because it makes us grow more together as a team and more like a family.
Once again, I'm joined by Haley Stribber here in the pregame show. And last question for you, Haley. You're getting ready to move on after high school here. Talk real quick about what you believe your plans are going to be for college next year and what you're looking forward to about where you're going.
I'm going to attend UIndy and major in biology. to become a pediatrician, and I'm also going to cheer there.
Well, Haley, you've been somebody I've loved having in my classroom over 2 years, either as a student or as a TA, and best of wishes, and I hope I get to see you guys before the years again, so good luck to you. Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today, 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Hey, you're a fan. Crazy about your team, right? Well, when you need a home loan to buy or refinance, you need a lender that is passionate about helping you and your family. Bailey & Wood Financial Group is a local lender, crazy about getting you low interest rates and lower fees. I mean, these guys will go to the wall to support you and your family, just like you support your favorite teams. Give them a call today, 317-973-0122.
Bailey & Wood Financial Group, your hometown mortgage lender. Call today, 317-973-0122.
What do your status updates say? You're learning a new language? Going all organic? Instead of typing your feelings, what if you could put them into action? By creating a network to help keep kids off the streets. In a country like Armenia, or in Honduras, what if every ounce of your being helped update the status of a person, and in turn they did the same for you? Would this be enough social interaction? Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps. Get interactive at peacecorps.gov/game.
Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beach Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
The Ray Skillman family introduces the Fiat 500 family, the 500C, the 500L, and the 500X crossover. Fun, exciting, and affordable. Up to 45 miles per gallon, starting at $16.9. Customize it yourself with Italian style at the all-new Ray Skillman Fiat South. Check us out today for sales and service on US 31 South, just minutes from anywhere in Indy.
Here with Coach Matt Wadsworth, boys basketball coach for Whiteland. And Coach, won 4 of the last 6 games, going in the last game tonight, senior night here at Whiteland High School, taking on a good Beech Grove team. Let's first kind of talk about your team and specifically the seniors you have on this team and your thoughts about this group of guys.
The thing that stands out to me is when you look back at the season, it was very difficult to start 0-5. We felt at the start of the season we had our 2 best weeks of preseason practices. You know, we felt that we were getting great effort, that we were better than our record at that time. And we kept preaching to our team that the best was yet to come. And all our players bought into that philosophy, but in particular our seniors provided great leadership in that time. And ultimately that's what got us over the hump. You know, looking back at the season, the win at Seymour was huge. The South Ripley Tournament Championship was a nice get for us. And then that's led to better things later in the season.
So you got sectionals next week, but right now the attention's on senior night and a good Beech Grove team. Kind of talk about this Beech Grove team and Coach English and what you know about this ball club.
I thought they were a really talented team last year that graduated 3 or 4 really good seniors. And it's not surprising, though, to see them come back this year and have a great record. They have great chemistry as a team. A tremendous point guard in number 3, Kenny Washington. He has the ability to attack the basket and score in transition. And that's matched up with Curry, who shoots well outside, and Sills, who scores inside. They're a well-balanced team that makes you, really challenges you on the defensive end.
Give us a key offensively and a key defensively you've been reinforcing your guys in practice.
Offensively, we have to take care of the basketball, make sure we get a shot every possession. When we win, we shoot the ball well. We've really invested a lot of time in shooting in practice, just keeping our guys confident in that regards. Defensively, if we have good shots on offense and we take care of the ball, that makes our task easier on the defensive side in terms of trying to limit their layup opportunities.
Well, Coach, thanks again always for the opportunity to do this tonight and get the W9 Senior 9. Those guys are looking forward to it. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Once again, that was Coach Wadsworth. And back here with Dave Edens, Dave, kind of your thoughts on what Coach had to say there.
You know, it's like every game. You know, you go in and he knows their keys. He knows Beech Grove's a talented 16-win team, I believe, and you know, he's made it a point. And I've been over here a few practices. My daughter would be in the pool swimming, so I've peeked in a few practices, and every time I've looked, they've been doing a lot of shooting. You know, and he talked about that in his interview. So, you know, a key for him tonight is to, like you said, take care of the ball and get a shot every possession, because I think he feels like they're finally starting to be able to finish shots and possessions if they don't turn the ball over and they can get those shots each possession.
Well, and I think it's been fun to see this team evolve because it's become more physical as the years gone on. I mean, Cole Ferguson, Chase Ferguson, both I think have really brought I mean, Cole didn't get a lot of playing time as a senior in that first game, the year that we had a broadcast, but you've watched his role and his brother's role evolve and kind of be the guys who do the dirty work for this team.
No, absolutely. If you ask me for a point of the season where things kind of changed, it's when you started playing Chase Ferguson varsity minutes.
Plainfield game was his first big game.
And then, you know, and really his older brother fed off his energy, and they both bring that energy to the court that we didn't have in that 0-5 run at the beginning. So it's been great to see those two develop. And again, neither one of those are by nature a terrifically skilled basketball player, but they play harder than anybody else on the court from either team every single night.
Take this break here on the Sports Plus pregame show. We'll come back here in just a second, and we will break down some of the seniors and their involvement in this program here for this Warrior team here in just a couple minutes here on Warrior Beat Sports.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball, wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
0.6 of a second, for all intents and purposes, this quarter is going to be over. Valle, the Gross heaves it. It's good! It's good! And they count it! It's good! Wow! I said for all intents and purposes it wasn't going to count. Guess what? It was good!
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, x-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists, who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Ranch Road, Warrior Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee.
Welcome back here to the Glen Ray Gymnasium. Chris Wood, Dave Edens, Chad Shapson, our producer. And folks, I need to go and say this before I go any farther. This year, because this potentially could be our final broadcast of the year, I have a new job, if you're not aware, and my job's going to require me to be on the road here next week all the way through Friday. So we'll have sectionals, assuming the boys are in the sectional championship game. We'll present it that way, Dave. But if not, I need to make a big thank you to Chad Shapson for what he's done for this Word Beach Sports broadcast throughout this year. He's not only the guy that's made the video possible in terms of controlling the camera, be it the iPhone at one time, I think, last year, and the iPad this year, and then a video camera, but evolving and getting us computer graphics. But Chad has done all the behind-scenes platform of making us make sure we can have our stream to you, with the exception of Facebook Live at the very beginning of the year, and that had its own glitches. And since this will be me handing it over to someone else for next year, I look forward to seeing what Chad is able to do in his role if he continues it next year, because he's done a phenomenal job this year from the production aspect, and kudos to him. And as he knows, if he ever needs a letter of recommendation for college, he's got one for sure. And also an excellent young man of integrity. So, and thanks to his dad as well for making it possible for him to get everywhere for our broadcast. We've done some on the road this year.
And to follow up on that real quickly, for our listeners, he's not doing this for class credit. This isn't for a grade. This is doing this all on extra time that he's putting in on his own. So kudos to Chad and everybody who involved in this.
It's something that Chad, I think, wants to do down the road professionally, and it's something he wants to do. He's seen this as an opportunity to do that. He's also involved in Warrior Radio TV here with Mr. Clausen and taking advantage of that opportunity as well. But we're going to do shout-outs for the seniors. I want to give a shout-out to Chad, because without him, nothing we do this year happens. And so I appreciate everything he's done for that. All right, now, getting back to the broadcast. Is he saying hi to who? His girlfriend?
I don't know. That's my son. I'm just telling him to go away. Sorry.
It's okay. Dave. Got Mr. Zobel walking out to the middle of the floor here for a special presentation, and Chad's going to get that for us. I'll turn our microphone up here and hopefully we can get it.
The varsity competition squad recently competed at the National High School Cheer Championships in Orlando, Florida. The Warriors competed in the medium varsity D1 division and ended up with a 9th place finish. There were 44 teams that were in this division. Congratulations on an outstanding accomplishment.
So once again, Dave, the opportunity to recognize these young ladies finishing 9th in nationals, and what they've been able to accomplish with Coach Killebrew as their sponsor over the years. Very impressive.
Absolutely. I know the time they put in starting at the middle school level, and it's every bit the practice and preparation time that any other athletics puts in. So they deserve everything they get and what's coming to them, because they definitely put the time in.
All right, Dave, let's talk about some of these seniors. And you've had experiences being at the middle school and seeing them over the years evolve to get up here to the high school the last 4 years as well. We got Riley Higdon, Elijah Weatherspoon, Isaac Ebeyer, and Cole Ferguson, all as our seniors. So there's 4 of them this year on this team. And all of them have contributed not just in basketball, but in a variety of different ways here at the high school, and that's what you want to have as well, well-rounded young men. And we've had some players over the years, shall we say, that might be technically a little more talented basketball-wise, but these guys are well-rounded, good young men. And what they've done, and they've really stepped it up throughout this year. Again, 10-11 after starting out 0-5.
Yeah, and the game hasn't come easy to any of these 4 young men. Now, I can't speak for Elijah. He moved in after middle school. But,
Junior, yep.
Riley Higdon's a talented basketball player, has always been, but he puts the time in. I can't say enough for a kid like Isaac Ebeyer who, probably was going to be a wrestler, then just would not give up his dream to play varsity basketball. And you know what? What do you say for a kid who just, when everybody told you you're too short, when everybody told you couldn't do this, he just said, all right, I'll show you. And he's contributed this year. He stepped up and hit some shots and got some minutes. Cole Ferguson spent 3 years at JV. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing JV as a freshman, you're not planning on playing the next 2 years of JV. But he stuck it out when so many kids quit when things don't go their way. And that will serve them well later in life. It's not about basketball. That's not what we're doing here. And those guys have shown the character that they can choose a goal and work towards it. And for all of these young men, that's what we hope carries on the rest of their life.
Let's take this final break here. I think you said about as perfect as you can, so I'm not going to add anything. You got me speechless there, Dave.
Sorry, I'm tearing up myself.
It's okay. That's good. Let's take this final break here on the Sports Plus pregame show. As we come back, we're going to transition into the Keys and More in-game broadcast. Chris Wood, Dave Edens, Chad Shapson here back here in just a second here on Warrior Beat Sports.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back here to Glen Ray Gymnasium as your Warriors get ready to take on the Beech Grove Hornets in the final regular season game for both of these two teams. Beech Grove comes in a record of 16 and 5 on the season, and your Warriors come in a record of 10 and 11 on the year. But again, the Warriors have won 4 of their last 6 games. To kind of get some rhythm going and momentum going into sectionals next week. I'm sure we'll talk about here a little bit later. But real quick here, Dave, as we get ready for the national anthem and tip-off here, quick thought or two in terms of keys for the Warriors tonight.
Well, I'm just going to piggyback off Coach Wadsworth. You know, they've got to take care of the ball tonight. Beech Grove's a team that wants to push the pace, and we've got to limit their transition because they've got the athletes to do that if we let them.
And I think a big part is going to have to be physicality and blocking out.
Right. Looking at Beech Grove warm up, they're a big, strong, physical team, and we're going to have to. And you know, Beech Grove's going to want to try to push your button and get you out of your game mentally, and it's going to be keeping your composure and riding through storms and not letting them get you out of your game mentally.
Well, I can tell you in the warm-ups, I don't know if you were here before the JV game. I think you were doing something else at the time, not here yet. But anyway, when they were out here, every guy, I think 4 or 5 of their players were hanging on the rim and shaking it from hanging up on it and coming down with it. I'm surprised if that had been Butch Sykes still as AD, he would have been going ballistic.
There's some programs that are known for things and some that are known for others, Chris Wood.
We're going to pause here for the national anthem here and pay tribute to America, and we'll come back here with our lineups here in just a second here on Warrior Beat Sports.
Buildings, stands, behind the stands, or anywhere on school grounds. We would like to thank Community Hospital for their continued support of Whiteland Athletics, including providing trainers for our athletic department. We would also like to thank Bailey and Wood Financial Group for their ongoing support of Whiteland Athletics. Tonight, the Warriors play host to and welcome the Beech Grove Hornets. Whiteland Community High School is proud to present this interscholastic competition, and good sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Please keep the standards high and the game enjoyable for all by showing respect for players, coaches, fans, and officials. At this time, if you're not already, please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem being sung tonight by sophomore Mahala Smith.
A phenomenal performance being the national anthem sung there by Michaela Smith of Whiteland, and can't ask for much better than that, Dave Edens.
No, that's the second time I've been lucky enough to hear her open up a night, and that's the way to start a night right there. Great job, Michaela.
Starting lineups for both of these teams. First starting off for Beech Grove, who will be in their black unis and orange trim. As Coach Wadsworth mentioned, one will be a senior, 6'2", Kenny Washington. A junior starting for them, a 5'7" junior, Jordan Brickley. A 6'6" senior, Jamar Seals, who I'm pretty sure is the guy, because the tallest kid on the floor earlier, that was all over the rim, he could jump. A junior, 6'3", Gavin Hess, and rounding him out in the starting lineup, a 6'2" senior, Jalen Curry. And the Hornets are coached by Matt English, who I've known going back to his days, an assistant coach at Center Grove. Phenomenal guy, and very glad to see him on that sideline, shall we say.
No doubt.
For your Warriors, get it senior night. Starting at one guard, a 6' senior, Riley Higdon. At a second guard, a 5'11" senior, Elijah Witherspoon. Starting at a third guard, a 5'4" senior, Isaac Ebeyer. Starting at a fourth guard, a 6'3" guard, Brennan Neal, Jr., and a fourth senior in the lineup starting tonight, 6'3" forward, Cole Ferguson. Dave, your thoughts on the starters?
Our kids are just going to have to come out and play smart basketball. We're not going to be able to get into a game where we try to out-athleticize them, because that's not going to happen. We're going to have to play smart team basketball, limit their transition, and I'll put our schedule up against their 16-win schedule, and I feel like we should have an opportunity to win this game.
Well, their JV team played a great game against our JV team. I think they won by 5, 6 points, somewhere in there.
Yep.
But either that was their first win of the year, or they went undefeated like the 1975-76 Hoosiers, because I have never seen a JV crowd more pumped ever after the end of a JV game and how their team won than what that was.
I do believe they wrapped up the mythical JV World Championship tonight. Clearly, that's what happened.
Well, congratulations to them. It was a fun game.
Absolutely, it was. It was a lot of energy for a JV game, and it's great for our kids to be able to play in a game like that.
So it's going to be Brennan Neal and the white unis for Whiteland, and blue trim down the side, going up against Jomar Seals. Beech Road's going to go from our left to our right here to start the Keys and More in-game broadcast. Whiteland from our right to our left as Dan Morgan puts it up in the air. Great insurance guy, by the way. Takes care of my insurance.
Let's hope he's a good official as well.
He's an excellent official. I'll probably be wrong tonight. If I go in and get my renewal, I'll have to make sure I talk about how he blew it. Curry up to Brickley on top. Brickley over to Seals on the left side. Warriors straight man-to-man starting out this game here, Dave Edens. Hustle by Elijah Witherspoon, and they're going to say over and back is the call. The question is, was it deflected, Dave?
I don't think it was. I think it looked like Seals tried to put a little English on the ball when he did a curl pass. I don't think it was deflected.
Coach English disagrees with you.
Well, I've watched Coach English in a summer league one time, and I think he disagrees with officials often.
Former science teacher, athletic director, I believe now.
He is athletic director of Beech Grove, yep.
Ebeyer on the left side, pick and roll from Ferguson. Cole should have flirted out. Steal from Ebeyer to Washington. Washington, easy layup on the steal there for the Hornets, and they score first.
Well, and there's exactly what Coach Wadsworth was talking about in the pregame. We need to get a shot every position and limit their transition, and we turn over and they get a transition point. So that's got to be something we improve on.
Hayden picked up his dribble, and Witherspoon didn't exactly give a hard cut there on that wing.
A little sloppy right now, the first couple possessions for the Warriors as they try to. And again, this is a senior night, senior lineup, not necessarily a lineup that's used to playing on the floor together. So right now they're just trying to figure it out.
Ebeyer inbounding it, kind of discombobulated, it looks like, here to start out, as you kind of said, not quite all with it. Ferguson in the post. Ferguson goes up, turns around, gets it in, 2-2.
And that's something Cole Ferguson wouldn't have done a couple years ago, or even earlier this year, to be honest with you. The confidence to go up and finish a bucket. Great job.
Ferguson gets in there. Washington almost had it stolen away, but he gets it back for Beech Grove. Attacks the paint. Goes right past Witherspoon without any problem there, and a nice little ball move. 4-2. I can see a zone coming pretty quick.
I think so. Or a substitution.
Steal there by Hess for Beech Grove. The Seals in the right wing. Seals looking, trying to get to Washington. Gets to Washington. Ferguson cuts him off. Nice job by Cole there, getting that right leg out there and taking away the penetration there, because I thought he was going to turn that corner again.
Yep, and observation, nothing to do with the game, but kudos to Beech Grove's cheer block. It's not that it's massive, but I don't know if it's we have such a poor cheer block or they have a great one, but they brought some fans here tonight when they have more kids in their student section than ours, which isn't something you're used to seeing at a home game.
Yeah, Beech Grove's brought a phenomenal student section here. I mean, they're 16-5 on the year. They got expectations in this tournament.
They've had some nice wins. They beat a Newcastle team this year that, has hopes of winning the 3A state championship, and they beat them. They've got some nice wins on their schedule this year for sure.
I'm arguing with my producer that he needs to zoom out, and he's telling me to scroll up, Dave, and he's right. Let's scroll down the screen. He couldn't see everything.
You sing his praises pregame, and then you don't trust him.
It's like I got to listen to my dad. He's my dad, I guess, taking care of things. Witherspoon feeds it down, Ebeyer feeds it down to Witherspoon there. Score still 4-2. Don't argue with Chad Shapson. That's the rule. That's why you got free food tonight. Oh, speaking of free food.
That's free food? I didn't see any free food.
This is for you or for one of your kids.
Okay, great.
Witherspoon, left side, way off. He's struggling a couple of things so far in this game. Rebound there by Curry. Seals to Washington. Washington turns that corner on Ferguson and goes up soft off the rim.
He's comfortable going to the left hand, too.
Make him go right a little bit. Everything's been a curl to the left.
Yep.
Higdon brings it up. 5 minutes left here in first quarter action. Scores 6-2 Beech Grove. Ebeyer, here comes the trap on Ebeyer. He gets away to Neal, top of the key. Neal almost loses it, gets it back to Ebeyer. Now to Higdon, get the floor balance. Ferguson left side. See when Coach goes to rotation. He's got about almost 3.5 minutes now with this group. See if he gets a rotation of sub here.
It's a tough matchup for Isaac right now. Every kid on the court's long and athletic, and he's athletic, but he's certainly not long, and so that's right now a tough matchup for him.
Nice take by. That's goaltending.
That's offensive goaltending, unfortunately. That was Cole Ferguson who jumped up and did that.
I don't know how many times I've called offensive goaltending in a Whiteland basketball game over there. It's not very often.
No.
And we've had Mike Valle. We've had Tom Purdy.
It was unnecessary, to be honest with you. He jumped up on a ball that was probably going to go in and grab the net for some reason.
Brickley out high over to the right side to Curry. Curry back up to Brickley to Seals. Seals right elbow jumpers, nothing but net.
Pretty shot. Great rotation on that shot from the big guy.
Playing, so far, Coach English's team's playing very patient here offensively. Riley over to Ebeyer. Isaac looks over the defense. He's got to move the ball or something here. Coach has got a couple subs getting ready to come in to Ferguson, right baseline, short corner. Ferguson back out to Ebeyer. Move it. Swing it. Swing it or attack off the dribble. Don't stand. They're just not cutting very hard, and they're not
making Beech Grove work very hard on the defensive end, that's for sure. We're just kind of standing around. Now, Beech Grove's not pressing the ball necessarily, but
the soft floating passes.
Yeah.
Chase Ferguson, Carter Crow both checking in for your Warriors as Isaac Ebeyer and Elijah Witherspoon go get a blow here. Two of your seniors getting a chance.
This lineup resembles more of what our starting lineup has looked like. We'll see if it makes a difference right now in the flow of the game.
Seals over to Curry. Curry attacks. They like to attack off that right wing in the free throw line area. Brickley over to Curry. Curry left wing three off the back of the rim. No good. Cole Ferguson battle for it and chases right there. Clever with it. The two are on like opposite ends of the pogo stick, always bouncing towards the ball or something.
Right. He called a foul there. Okay. I thought it was a out-of-bounds situation.
On Gavin Hess. His first, the second on Beech Grove. Whiteland with no fouls. We hit the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Chase Ferguson dribbles it back out. Move the ball. Out to Neal on the right side. Neal, right elbow, they're going to say he hooked him. It's going to be on Brendan Neal. They're too much one-on-one right now.
I don't necessarily see what the plan is here. I don't know, what they're trying to run. We're not really setting a screen to get to an open shot. So, trying to figure out what the game plan is right now.
One of the things that Coach Wadsworth is definitely known for is being able to adjust as the game goes on, though, and develop it more and more effectively as the game goes on. Chase Ferguson tries to get that steal, and he does. It gets to Neal. Nice save by Chase.
There's the energy he brings to the game.
Higdon attacks, and that's going to be on Brickley. There's no way you can look at that as being an offensive foul. It's going to be the third foul on Beech Grove. Foul was on Jordan Brickley, the 5'7" junior.
Interesting substitution to get Kenny Washington out of the game right here. Warriors need to take advantage of this. They're probably their best offensive weapon is on the bench right now, getting a rest.
So much they look to go into Seals now. Neal, 2:15 left here in first quarter action. Carter Crow just telegraphed it. Luke Helton checking in for Riley Higdon, one of our seniors. Riley's had a strong senior campaign.
He's a consistent. You can always count on what you're going to, what you're going to get from Riley.
Chase Ferguson out to Helton. Helton forced the three, no good. Chase right there for the steal, puts it up and in.
Maybe should have been a foul there. Well, it could have been an and one right there. Great job by Chase.
He got his pocket picked about as quick as you could after a rebound. 8-4 is our score. 1:39 left here first quarter. Kerr on the dribble and the shot no good. And Brendan Neal flushes it. 8-6. Chase Ferguson, as you said, maybe brought a little bit of energy.
Absolutely, he does. That's what he brings to this team. I mean, more important than all the great things he does in the court, it's his energy that the team feeds off of.
Ball's over to Griffin Wade, right side. Gray, top of the key, after the ball back from Brick.
It's a bad foul there by Seals. 75 feet away from the bucket. No chance of getting that rebound. That's a foul that drives Coach crazy right there.
Luke Helton to bring it up.
Sorry, we're keeping you up. I'm sorry.
You have. It's been a long day for me.
You on Wisconsin time?
I'm not on Wisconsin time. I have him on my cubicle time, though. Today it involved moving the cubicle up and down. The desk raises up power-wise. 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. Curry with the bucket there for Beech Grove. Makes it 10-6, 35 seconds. Coach Wadsworth going one shot here. With basic screen down motion, looks like. Neal gets flushed out high. Over to Helton. Helton down to Chase Ferguson to the post. Just got pushed. No call there. Ferguson down to 18 seconds. And he throws it away. Seals gets it for Beech Grove. So Beech Grove has 12 seconds, has a chance to get the final shot here in the quarter.
Another unnecessary foul right there by Seals. Went up high to set the ball screen and just basically set a football block on Neal there. You could not call that.
Dan Morgan with the call.
It's a second. That's big. That's big for the Warriors. We have to take advantage of this with, and I'm sure Washington will be back in the game to start of the second quarter, but Seals is going to have to sit down for a while.
Riley had no idea how much time was left. Crow gets it up and knocks down the three on senior night. Big shot there. We'll take this break here. Scored into 1. Beech Grove 10, Whiteland 9 here on Warrior Beach Sports Network. Back here in just a second with Keith and more broadcasts.
Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859.
Let's kick it.
Welcome back here to Whiteland High School and Glenrae Gymnasium. Is right now Ryan Hammond, who finished 4th in the state in the 220 weight class, had a chance for 3rd, but finished 4th in the state finals. And Garrett Curtis, who was 195, also competed and advanced to the state finals. 2 awesome young men, kind of goofballs in class, but 2 awesome kids.
Yeah, I know Garrett, obviously. Ryan was my student TA as an 8th grader, and I got a really good relationship with Ryan. And, he's a kid that I was so glad to see him finish strong because he was a dominant wrestler as a young man. He's just battled some injuries, and for him to finish and, fulfill a little bit of the legacy everybody thought he was going to have was great for him.
Well, and we'll have an interview with them at halftime that I recorded before the broadcast tonight also, so we'll have a chance for that. But also a chance to give accolades to the wrestling coach, Dave Thompson, and what he's been able to accomplish in 38 years. Somebody I've always gone to in my 13 years that I was here at Whiteland for guidance and honesty from him. And I remember how he always would come back with comments during our football broadcast last fall. But just a great guy. He's done so much to the wrestling program, and he's also, I believe, in the State Wrestling Hall of Fame, isn't he?
If he's not, he will be. He's a guy I look at 10 male role model figures in my life, and he's on that list as far as me being a student and him coaching me, and as far as a colleague and a professional too. He's just a fantastic guy who I don't have enough time to go into how he's helped me in my career.
Well, Ryan Hammond and Garrett Curtis have both talked a little bit about it in their interview I had with them, and they brought it up entirely on their own, which shows the class of those 2 guys and the respect towards Coach Thompson.
Sure.
So anyway, back in this game, it's 12-9 Beech Grove. Foul was on Cole Ferguson, his first, the second on the Warriors here, as Jalen Curry is going to go to the free throw line for the Hornets. I see Beech Grove Middle School from my office window every single day. Did you know? It literally is
so
across
you're in the old St.
I'm
Francis
in the
building?
old tall tower.
Are you like the only person working in there right now? I thought that was a haunted, desolate building
They
now.
tore down the hospital, but all the integrated technology, informational systems people are all located there.
Keep you guys out away from the doctors and nurses. Is that what they do?
But they remodeled the entire inside.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
And we're just on top of a parking garage they're still working on.
Okay.
Eventually we'll have a parking garage. Ferguson on the left side up to Riley McMahon. I went blank there for a
Riley
second.
Higdon. Riley McMahon is going to be. We're going to see him this spring on the hill for the Warriors.
Riley Higdon steal here by Washington. Washington over to Hess. Hess up and in for Beech Grove. Coach Wazzer takes timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 6:27 left, second quarter. 16-9, just like that by Beech Grove here on Warrior Beach Sports.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beach Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting of things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador of fun, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better.
Welcome back to Warrior Beach Sports here at Glenrae Gymnasium as your Warriors all of a sudden trail 16-9 after it being 12-9 at the beginning of the quarter. Higdon over to Helton. Helton's 3 no good. Rebound by Carter Crow. Up and in.
Great job. Great job staying with the ball there by Carter.
16-11, 6:02 left here in second quarter. Washington over to Curry. Curry over to Anschlet. Anschlet to Hess. Hess turnaround jumper goes in. That's called shooter's touch there.
The rims are always kind at Glenrae
As
Gymnasium.
much as Seals jumped on it, it's got to be loose and give you some give. Ferguson chases it down. Chase that is for Whiteland. Brendan Neal and Elijah Witherspoon getting ready to check in for your Warriors. Helton right side high over to Chase Ferguson. Ferguson takes a screen from his brother to Helton. Helton attacks that right elbow, picks up that dribble, almost traveled. Back to Higdon. Higdon, the Crow left baseline three. No good. Rebound by Ancelet for Beech Grove. Almost over and back there by Ancelet to Curry. Ancelet over to Washington, top of the key, guarded by Higdon. Helton tries to get out and defend it, but Ancelet knocks down the three and makes it 21-11.
You know, these last couple possessions, Whiteland's got a good look and a nice extra pass. They're just not knocking down shots right now. If they can get on a run, knock down some of these shots, are right in the game. They've settled down and have gotten a little bit of an offensive flow. Now they just have to knock down and finish shots.
All their shots, though, or all their baskets are coming from putbacks and steals. They're not coming from half-court offense and running an offense.
They're going to struggle tonight to get buckets inside. Beech Grove's big, long, and athletic. They're going to have to hit perimeter shots tonight or rebound, like you say. They're not going to be able to force the ball down low and finish down low tonight.
Cole Ferguson and Riley Higdon get a rest here as Elijah Witherspoon and Brendan Neal check in for your Warriors. 4:28 left here in first half action. Helton inbounds it to Neal. Right side high to Crow to Helton. See, we're too much one side and we're too much standing or passing. There's no attack off the dribble, no making the defense work.
Yeah, we're essentially, for those of you who know basketball, making them do nothing more than a shell drill. We're standing four around the bucket, throwing the ball around, and they're getting to work on their defensive positioning. Is pretty much what this boils down to right now.
Crow, right wing three, short off from the rim. Neal goes up, no good. Rebound, Neal again, no good. Block there by Hess. Brickley comes out of it for Beech Grove, brings it up the floor, attacks the paint. To Hess, left baseline, spin move, pretty.
Hess has been big this quarter. He's come up with 6 points, and really playing well right now in the second quarter.
And we're going to take this break here in the Keys and More broadcast back here in just a second. Scores now 23-11 Beech Grove.
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, x-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists, who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Back here to Whiteland, Chris Wood, Dave Edens with you, as well as Chad Shapson, our producer, and also known as Dad to us, to make sure we keep ourselves in line when you angle the camera. But score is 23-11 Beech Grove, and Beech Grove executing offensively, Whiteland not executing offensively, getting their putbacks and steals for buckets versus through traditional offense.
Yeah, I mean, Beech Grove's on a 13-2 run in this quarter, and that's Whiteland's got to stem the tide and get this to an 8-point game by halftime, I would say would be the goal, a 6 to 8 point game.
Coach Wadsworth just called his second timeout of the last 3 minutes, and you can just tell how frustrated he is.
Yep. Now, I will say he stayed calm. He did a lot of teaching. It wasn't a...
I've seen him go irate. You've seen it also.
We've seen it, and I don't think this is the night to do that right now. Before a sectional, we're still learning, we're still teaching, and it's a pretty good test. Franklin Central, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, is a team that's a big interior team, kind of like Beech Grove is right now. So, these guys have got to figure out how to do this.
Nick Anger in the game for the first time tonight for your Warriors. Neal drives baseline right side, up off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Hess out to Washington. Witherspoon took a step over to his right to take away that left-hand dribble there. Ancelot over to Brickley. Brickley drives, breaks the defense down, hits Ancelot. Face the three, step over, knocks down the three. No good. Rebound there by Brickley for Beech Grove. Pulls up free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound by Ancelot, who's coming off the bench, and what is that, 7 points for him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
A 3 and 2 field goals after that?
Absolutely nobody blocked him out. He had a free run to the goal of that rebound from the perimeter.
Got a foul away from the ball here on Beech Grove. It's going to be on Dustin Fultz for Beech Grove. His first, the 6th on Beech Grove, only 2 on Whiteland with 2:39 left here in the half. Helton gets it to Neal, over to Anger, to Crow. Back out to Anger. Witherspoon hits Crow, shot no good, follow it. Neal gets in, puts it back up and in for Whiteland though, makes it 25-13.
Got to build off that on Whiteland. I got to get a stop and get back-to-back buckets and get a little something going. Again, a good look by Carter. He's just not dropping tonight.
Curry tries to find the pick and roll there to Fultz, but can't. It's a steal by Whiteland. I just think we're too stagnant and too slow ball movement.
And we stand around and do this.
And then we jack the threes. It looks like an IU offense.
Unfortunately, a Tom Crean led. And I know that's not what Coach wants, and that's not what Coach teaches. He's got to get, at halftime, he's going to have to find the button to push to get this team ready to come out with energy. Coaches can't do that. That's up to the kids to do.
Senior night is so hard, and I know over the years that I've been here, they've changed senior night to being before the game and after the game, and how are you going to handle it? I know in the girls they do it after the game currently.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's a right
I don't know if there's a right answer. I mean, essentially it boils down to how these kids internalize their senior night, and every group's going to be different. No matter what we do senior night, this group needs to find some energy because they're not playing with any right now.
I can hear Jerry, though, cheering over there.
Jerry always brings energy. There's no doubt about that.
Jerry looks good.
Jerry looks great.
I'm serious.
I know he does. I know you're serious. I've known Jerry for all my 42 years, and he's as healthy looking now as he's ever been.
Absolutely. Curry, nice job by Crow taking that way. Hits Brickley. Brickley back to Curry, no good, and Washington jumps over Anger. There's no block out there by him and Witherspoon. And Coach is frustrated. Going back to Cole Ferguson and going back to Isaac Ebeyer. He just wants people to compete right now is what it comes down to, I think, Dave.
Yeah, and another senseless turnover by the Warriors.
Helton ties him up. One of the guys I work with, by the way, went to school and played with Nick Zeisloff.
Oh, yeah?
Mr. Illinois State.
Yeah.
IU.
Could shoot.
He can shoot it.
He's a sniper for the Hoosiers.
Curry inbound it for Beech Grove. Gets it out to Hess. Over to Washington High. Washington travels. Yes. No call. Ancelot shot fake. Drive baseline. Touches the baseline. And it's going to be Whiteland ball.
I was going to say there's no way. We did a great job of forcing the baseline. There's no way he could have had room to do anything. Good defense. Good baseline defense by the Warriors to cut that off and force them out of bounds without fouling.
I think our defense is good enough to compete in this game. It's offensively and blocking out.
It's just they don't have an offensive energy right now. They don't have any urgency. They're okay to throw the ball around and shoot threes.
Taking over to Ebeyer. Ebeyer knocks down the three. Speaking of that, Dave, 27-16, 23
On
seconds
senior
left.
night, let's have Isaac Ebeyer bring the energy tonight. That'll work.
Chase Ferguson out on Curry, out to Brickley. Brickley pulls it out. Goes back to his left. Ebeyer picks up the intensity a little bit. Chase. Washington defended by Witherspoon, who gets blown by. Washington goes up. They're going to call a hand check here on Witherspoon. Got beat off the dribble and had to recover.
Yeah, I could have called a travel in there. Got bailed out a little bit by that foul, I think. But there was no doubt there was a foul. But he maybe traveled first. But the aggressor got the benefit of that call.
Curry knocks down a three at the buzzer. 29-16 is your score at halftime. As Jalen Curry knocks down a three. Looked like a two in my angle, but they call it a three. And they're all confirming that.
I thought he called it three right when the bucket went in. There's no doubt about it.
Going to take this timeout, transition us to halftime here, just a second here on Warrior Beach Sports Network.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beach Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting of things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador of fun, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
If an individual student athlete or team wins a high school state championship, it's an amazing thing. It's also just the icing on the cake. That's because young people in Indiana who participate in education-based athletics are already winners. Studies show that win or lose, participation helps to impart skills they can use to enjoy greater success in other areas of their lives. School sports teach the benefits of teamwork, the value of self-motivation, and the importance of accountability. They also help to foster stronger work habits and higher levels of self-esteem. In other words, the true value of school sports can't be measured in terms of wins or losses. If an individual or team goes to state, it's an incredible accomplishment. But regardless of the outcome, today's student athletes are already destined to go far. School sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Branch Road, Warner Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee. Hey Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beach Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
Hey, you're a fan. Crazy about your team, right? Well, when you need a home loan to buy or refinance, you need a lender that is passionate about helping you and your family. Bailey & Wood Financial Group is a local lender, crazy about getting you low interest rates and lower fees. I mean, these guys will go to the wall to support you and your family, just like you support your favorite teams. Give them a call today, 317-973-0122.
Bailey & Wood Financial Group, your hometown mortgage lender. Call today, 317-973-0122.
Welcome back here to the Bailey & Wood Financial Group halftime show. Chris Wood, Dave Edens with you, and had an opportunity, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Right now, Whiteland trails 30-16 here at half. They corrected the score up there to the three-point shot being confirmed there. But I had a chance to sit down with Garrett Curtis and Ryan Hammond, who went to the state finals in wrestling last week, and kind of get their thoughts on that experience. And here's what they had to say in that interview. We're here on Warrior Beach Sports Network with Garrett Curtis and Ryan Hammond, state contenders in the wrestling meets here just last week. And we'll start with you, Garrett, on this question, and Ryan, I'll let you chime in here as well. I know I think Friday, they had an opportunity to have a parade of champions for you guys and walk through the high school. What did that mean to you guys, to have that opportunity to go through the school and be recognized by your peers?
I just think it was pretty cool because as a wrestler, you don't always get like the same gratification or satisfaction that like other sports teams get, and so it was really cool just to be recognized in front of the whole school, and just like all my achievements and Ryan's achievements were like kind of being showcased there, and it felt really nice.
Ryan, your thoughts on that experience?
I thought it was really cool and really good, just because it kind of like showed like all our hard work all year and through the past 4 years of wrestling, and it was just fun because we got to pass by our friends and everything, and it was a cool experience.
So, Garrett, you got the opportunity to go to state. Was this your first chance at state? I'm thinking it was. Talk about that experience of being up at Bankers Life Fieldhouse and being on the mat up there and just competing in that environment in your senior year.
Yeah, so there's nothing like it. At wrestling tournaments, you don't wrestle in front of very many people. There's a couple hundred there maybe, but at state, Banker's Life is almost sold out, and there's just no experience like it. You can't hear anything, can't hear yourself think. It was just a really cool experience, and I was really glad that I had the chance to wrestle there.
Now, Ryan, you finished fourth in the state, had a chance to compete for third place, but finished fourth in that. Talk about your experience, and again, kind of in Garrett's same situation, going in there to Matt and being part of that, and then your ultimate accomplishment, getting to fourth in the state. Kind of discuss that experience for yourself.
It was really cool. We had a lot of fans there and a lot of support, so it was really nice to have that. Just going through the whole week, we had a mindset of wrestling good that, like, throughout the state tournament. And it was just fun. I mean, you can't hear yourself at all. Like Garrett said, when you wrestle, it's just super loud. And it's just, you have butterflies going into every single match. And there was 11,000 people there Friday night. It was just a cool experience.
11,000?
Yeah, 11,000.
That's awesome. Ryan, I'm going to go to you on this one first. Talk about the coaching staff that you've had here, Coach Thompson and others, kind of what they've meant to you over these 4 years, and anything, if you could say anything to them, what would you be saying to them right now?
I'd like to say thank you just because they've kind of raised us, me and Garrett, these past 4 years, and just being able to do so many fun things with them. It wasn't always just about wrestling. It was a family. Like, we always messed with our coach and called him Grandpa just because he's older, and that's how he treats us as his kids. And so it was a great experience. I'm going to miss him as I go play football at St. Francis. It was fun.
And specifically, I was going to see what you thought about Coach Thompson, because Grandpa's a good word for him, but he looks out for everybody like he's his own child. Would you say that, Garrett?
Yeah. He takes care of us, and he puts up with our sarcasm. And
he puts up with you?
You know, he does. Just maybe sometimes not willingly, but I think that he puts up with us because me and Ryan each have a switch, and we know it's when it's time to be jokey and funny, but we also know when it's time to work. And then, so I think that's why he puts up with it, is because we have that switch to flip, that when it's time to work, we can.
And last question for you, and Ryan, you kind of touched on this. I'll go to Garrett first on this one. College plans, any idea what you're going to do yet after this?
I'm really still undecided. I think I'm going to play football. I'm either going to go to UND or Thomas More to play football.
Both excellent schools for football, right?
Yeah, so I'm excited. And then I guess if a wrestling opportunity presents itself, then I might look into it. But I'd rather play football.
And Ryan, you said you're going to go to St. Francis in Fort Wayne?
Yes, I am.
Well, gentlemen, I'm sorry we couldn't be there as Warrior Beat Sports last week. I was out of town for training. But generally I can say that as two kids I've had in my classroom and got to know the last 2 years, I'm sorry I couldn't be. You two are awesome, gentlemen. Keep in touch with everything that's going on down the road, and congratulations on the awesome experience you guys had last week. Again, that was Garrett Curtis and Ryan Hammond, and good luck for the rest of your careers, guys. And again, that's Ryan Hammond, Garrett Curtis, and Dave. I don't know how many times I used the word awesome in that last 15 seconds, but those are two guys that I had for dual credit 2 years ago. And they were squirrels. They were goofballs, but great kids and hard workers when it came down to it. And I'll tell a story real quick about Ryan Hammond. They had to write a paper, and he'll kill me for saying this, but they had to write a paper, and I talked about how since it's a college-level class, the no's in terms of no first person and all that. Ryan didn't understand what that meant. So instead of writing I everywhere, he wrote Ryan Hammond believes. Ryan Hammond says this. Right? It was awesome. But Ryan, after that, learned to adjust his writing. And those two, just like on the, be it football field or the wrestling mat, always strove to work harder to get better, and you've already kind of talked a little about him, but anything you heard from that interview you want to share?
Well, and to use your word awesome, if you haven't been to an Indiana State Finals Wrestling, have you ever been down there for that?
I have not, but 11,000 people, that had to be an awesome, excellent atmosphere.
That's on the Friday night, so they've got 4 mats going. You have to put it on your bucket list, Chris, as a fan of just sports in general. There is no better, and I say this without reservation, no better spectacle in Indiana high school sports than when it gets to the absolute finals. That place, you have 15,000 people there. They've got a spotlight on you, and it is something else. And if anybody listening, do yourself a favor. Go to an Indiana high school wrestling state finals. You won't see a better high school event ever. It's unbelievable.
So
we're getting ready to start the second half here. Scores 30-16. Our thanks to Bailey and Wood Financial Group. Sorry for not doing more of the sponsors. You know what? It's the last broadcast of the regular season, maybe of the year. As a result, I'm doing what I want. And I wanted to get recognition of some of our different athletes. And before we get back into this, I thought it was a really cool idea that Coach Sears had to have a parade of champions to let these kids walk through the school, because wrestling is one of those sports that doesn't get recognized, and just for those kids to be recognized by their peers. And kudos to Coach Sears and Coach Thompson and Mr. Croy for making that possible.
Yeah, and real quickly, and we'll get back to the game, another Brendan Goff was state final swimmer tonight. So it's been a nice winter for the Whiteland sports program in general.
So starters for Whiteland in the second half here on the steal there from Seals by Higdon. It'll be Riley Higdon, Carter Crow, Cole Ferguson, Brennan Neal, and Chase Ferguson. Curry the other way off the missed bucket there, goes in 32-16, so Beech Grove has doubled it.
Unfortunately, the second half has started kind of how the first half went, with missed shots, which are leading to transition for the Hornets, which is exactly what Coach Wadsworth talked about before the game on limiting that transition. It just hasn't happened yet.
So Crow up to Chase Ferguson, over to Brendan Neal. To Crow, wing high, defended by Curry. Neal with the bucket there, scores 32-18. And we got
Cole Ferguson taking a charge there. Great job.
Basket no good. Weatherspoon checking in here for Riley Higdon. Coach Wadsworth had Elijah going in as soon as Higdon took the shot down here. Wadsworth's ready to blow a gasket tonight.
I'm not sure what he saw. I can't recall what he saw in Higdon there in that possession, but it was something he is coaching him up right now on the sidelines for sure.
Curry to Seals, back to Curry in the paint. Pulls it up, hits Washington to Brickley. Brickley left wing three, off the back rim, no good. Seals way up, way short, and reached around. That's going to be foul number 3.
Yeah, he has not been able to get into rhythm. However, and I'm not saying that this was contributed, when he came off the court, instead of it being a positive, Beech Grove went on a big run, and so they kind of played a little quicker pace with Seals on the bench in the first half.
Checking in the game, somebody who made a big difference in that second quarter for Beech Grove, who didn't start, Nick Ancelet, the 5'10 junior.
Yeah, if based on what I've seen, as far as tonight's matchups go, that's not a bad thing for Beech Grove.
Except he's grabbing Crow's jersey everywhere he tries to cut. Neal off the dribble, slices through, goes off the rim, no good. And Cole Ferguson could have had over the back there on Ness. They don't call it.
Good job by Weatherspoon on a transition one-on-one set up. Drew the charge, and it was absolutely charged. Now, he was leaning back a little bit, but there's no doubt he had established position, and Washington went into him there. Washington would have been better off pulling up, dropping a little 4-foot pull-up there.
Crow bringing it up.
And there's your proverbial makeup call, ladies and gentlemen. And it didn't need to happen. It was a charge, but they called a tic-tac foul on the other end. And I just don't think that was a situation where there needed to be a makeup. I think it was the right call in the first charge call.
Washington brings it up, hands it off to Brickley. Guarded by Witherspoon. Now a little run and jump here by the Warriors. 2-3 zone high. Witherspoon gets the steal and the bad pass by Brickley. And that's got to be a charge, doesn't it?
I don't think it's a charge. I really think you could almost call that. You couldn't see it from your angle maybe. The Beech Grove kid grabbed Witherspoon and pulled him down on top of him. I mean,
really?
Now he's unfortunately injured. The Beech Grove young man who got put on the ground there, but he pulled Elijah down on top of him. You could probably, if Matt wanted to argue, that it was an intentional foul, really.
Well, we hope that he's okay.
Absolutely.
Is that Brickley that's down?
It is Brickley that's down. He took a hard fall, but again, the foul wasn't a charge. It was in transition, and it was just a collision. And unfortunately, I think Brickley hit his head on the court when they came down.
Let's take this quick timeout here, on this injury timeout here on Keys More Broadcast. Back here in just a second.
Have a car with only one key or remote and want a second or third, but you don't want to wait hours at a dealership to pay outrageous prices? Then give Keys and More a call at 317-504-9793. Keys and More has a variety of services for you at amazing prices. We can create lost keys, remotes, or proximity keys, duplicate current keys, provide 24-hour lockout services, and even snowplow services. Remember, Keys and More, 317-504-9793.
Welcome back here as Elijah Witherspoon gets ready to shoot the 2 fouls. That was called perfect time and let it wait longer to go to break. Dave Edens, Chad Shapson join me for the broadcast tonight. Witherspoon knocks down the first one, 32-19 after the made free throw by Elijah, the senior. Witherspoon's second off the rim, no good, but he gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Neal, right wing, right baseline 3, long. Washington with the rebound for Beech Grove. It goes straight down the middle, and he's held. It's going to be a 2-shot foul here for him. That's the second on the Warriors. 4 already on Beech Grove this half.
We're getting opportunities to cut into this lead and just can't knock down open shots. Now, I wouldn't guess what our percentage is, but it can't be much over 30% right now, I wouldn't think. And getting some good looks. I mean, very few of these looks have been rushed looks. We're just not knocking down shots.
Crow has the foul. Carter Crow for Whiteland. Washington not good on the free throws. Rebound by Cole Ferguson up quickly to Witherspoon. Witherspoon floats back out wing. Hits Helton right side. Down to Neal, right wing area in front of the Whiteland bench. Neal on the dribble in the paint. Kicks it out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon's 3. Short. He's been off bad tonight.
Way off.
Washington drives and Helton.
How you going to put that? You don't talk for a living anymore. Your brain isn't firing all cylinders. How are you going to put that? How did Luke foul him there?
He lost his shorts. The guy came at him, and he thought he had position, and the guy blew right by him, and
We call that a Dave Edens on the court is what we call it. So in Luke's defense, that happened to me all the time. So Luke, I feel you, buddy.
I'm impressed that Ash Davis has got somebody up there with him helping to scout from Whiteland. I'm sure you know who that is.
Yeah. So what is it? Ice to an Eskimo? Is that how it was? Ash Davis could do that.
I'm surprised he's not home watching the Hoosiers tonight. Must have coaching obligations. Witherspoon knocks down the shot. He's been a positive spark here. 33-21 was 16. 33-16, so 5-1 run here by the Warriors. Washington baseline float, no good. Rebound by Hess, and no good. And Cole Ferguson tried to round it up but couldn't. So it stays Beech Grove ball underneath their bucket.
It would be big for Whiteland mentally right now if they can somehow get this under 10 points. It hasn't been under 10 points for a long time.
You feel like it either could go under 15 points, Beech Grove's away real quick, or it could be a game here in the fourth quarter.
You still feel like if Whiteland can knock down just even half of these shots, are right back in the game. It's just a matter of, it's got to start falling for them.
Curry to Washington. Washington gets tripped up by Witherspoon there. And that's going to be Whiteland's 4th foul, the first on Elijah Witherspoon of the game. And Washington knocks down the first.
Brickley checks back in the game. That's good to see. The young man who took a tumble earlier and looked like he hurt his head. It's good to know trainers have deemed that it's not a concussion situation. He's back in the game.
Washington knocks down both of those free throws. As you said, Brickley, he's animated. He's ready to go. Talk a little smack already out there. I wonder what Slick Leonard's word would be instead of smack. The legend.
Probably more than we're allowed to say on high school sports radio.
Helton, the Crow, left wing 3, good! 35-24. I bet he'd say boom, baby.
That's exactly what he would say there. But he's probably trademarked that. You better be careful.
Yeah, you know what.
You stay tuned for the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know what you're going to get from Mr. Wood tonight. He has no worries about high school administration coming down on him.
Well, no, I do have worries.
This is like a man the last day before his retirement going out with a bang.
I wouldn't go that far. I told Garrett Curtis, because Garrett Curtis reached out to me before wrestling finals last week, and I was in Wisconsin, through Mr. Brownfield, and wanted to know if we were going to broadcast, because I had told Garrett at the beginning of the year they get to the finals, I broadcast. And I got back and said, no, I'm in Wisconsin, can't do it, blah, blah, blah. And as a result, I put a tweet out there for everybody that saw it that said congratulations and how proud I was of them. And it's the first time in 5.5 years of having the WCHS1 radio Twitter handle that I've ever referred to myself as Mr. Wood in a tweet. It's always been Warrior Beat.
Okay.
So I told Ryan, Ryan and particularly Garrett, that they got something special.
Well, and I tell you, as much as I love high school basketball, I am going to miss the Friday night football calls with you. Maybe we'll get you back in the booth. I don't know. You know, people have asked me, and I'm going to tell you right now, I show up and talk. I don't understand these wires, this control. So hopefully somebody who does and has the time to do that can step up and do it, because I love doing it. But you guys have to understand, Chris Wood shows up early and stays late to get this set up. I just show up and talk. It's easy for me.
Chris Wood would do it a different way if something was possible. Crow picks up his dribble. Higdon knocks it down. I would love to figure out a way to do road games.
Sure.
And football and some basketball. And if they could figure out how to do that, I could figure out a schedule and probably make that work based on my schedule. But I can't do anything this spring with baseball or softball. But I know the focus of the station and should be, has always been to help get students involved and whatever way they want to take that.
You know, and it's interesting because sometimes we feel like we're talking to ourselves here. And I can't tell you how many times in a middle school event I'll have a parent come up. I had several girls basketball parents talk to me since that fantastic Mooresville game. And
awesome.
They said, I've listened to that call 4 times. You know, it's just awesome to hear, and it's awesome. And so we know there's an impact, and we understand that. And we'll see if we can get this back. But it's fun to call a game because we enjoy it. It's selfish fun for us. And at the same time, there are people listening, and it's cool for a kid to be able to go and replay this and hear their name on the radio and watch it on TV.
Oh, knocks down the 3 in the corner there. And 1. Sorry, Dave.
No, you're good. I'd rather talk basketball. I want the game to get to the point where we're talking basketball for sure. So
Crow knocks it down and gets knocked down as he nails it. So he's going to have a 4-point play option here, a rare one in high school basketball. Right now it's 42-29, and that could be one of those momentum changers as well.
Again, that magic 10-point mark, we're just hovering. If we can knock this down, get it to 12, get a stop, get it under 10 for the fourth quarter, I'll be feeling much better about things.
Crow misses the free throw, so it stays at 13. Washington up to Curry. Back to Washington, back to Curry in the corner. I think he traveled there, didn't call it. Ancelot nonchalantly goes to the paint.
Well done, well done.
And there's a foul on the ground there. I would love to see the vision of this go to continue and get more and more students involved. And I think football season, that's happened, particularly for the home games, to make an entire student crew. And I love to see it. Basketball is a whole different animal because it's weeknights a lot of times, or it's on Friday nights. And there's more activities kids are involved in the wintertime. And when it's wintertime, they're more dedicated to things. And it's just challenging to make that happen. But I hope that Mr. Zobel and Mr. Sears and Mr. Croy and anybody else that's involved is able to make that happen. And I've told them I will do anything I can to help get that to continue versus fall apart, because I want to see it continue. Well, now, with that said, I'm probably going to go off on my own and do my own little traveling sports thing if I get some schools that want to pay some sponsorship and do some broadcasts as well. Knocked down by Brennan Neal there.
So now we're starting to knock down some shots. Now we've got to get some stops, because right now Beech Grove's knocking them down as well.
Yeah, we're kind of going back and forth. The energy level's picked up, though, and our defense has picked up as well. Down to 50 seconds left here in the third quarter, 44-32. Ancelot passes it over to Brickley. Brickley shot no good. Rebound by Fultz, who saves it still by Witherspoon. 33 seconds left here in the quarter. Coach, I'm assuming he's going to go for one here. And he is. The famous finger just went up.
The index finger pointing one.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, he truly pointed number one.
Oh, that's a JMV moment there. Crows shot no good. 3 seconds, and then Chase Ferguson reaches in. And that's going to put Beech Grove at the line with 2.7 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's where your energy sometimes can work against you. It's Chase playing hard, 80 feet away from the basket. In a situation where you should be going to the fourth quarter, a 12-point game, you foul him, he's going to get an opportunity to stretch this out to a 14-point game.
So Carter Crow's going to get a blow here going in the fourth quarter, get a little rest, 44-32. As Kenny Washington gets a chance, the senior, to knock down a free throw and potentially another one, and he does hit the first one. So it's 45-32.
Kenny Washington, he's not scoring points at will, but he is as good a point guard as I've seen this year. I don't know. I had mentioned I'm not sure if he's playing at the next level, what his situation is, but he's a 6'2", athletic type of point guard.
Half-court shot almost goes in, but the score at the end of three, 45-32. Beech Grove, 8 minutes left here. See the Warriors can make a run here in the fourth quarter. Back here in a second on Warrior Beat Sports.
Looking for the fastest internet? Then call Kevin Hood of MetroNet at 317-908-4635. Kevin Hood believes that honesty and loyalty are important when developing a relationship with a new customer. He won't put the typical salesman pressure on you. He's polite and very respectful. Kevin Hood has helped more than 1,000 people in Franklin, Whiteland, and Greenwood get the best deals MetroNet offers. Look him up on the app nextdoor.com and see all the positive reviews people give him. Call Kevin Hood of MetroNet today at 317-908-4635 to get the best deals, including 100% fiber optic internet and TV today.
VIP.
Welcome back here to Glen Ray Gymnasium and Whiteland High School as your Warriors here on senior night trail 45-32 to Beech Grove. And every time Whiteland makes a little run, Beech Grove has had an answer for it. And Dave, at this point in time, looking through some recruiting things, he's not got a commitment anywhere for one reason or another. But
it's not because of ability, because the young man has college basketball playing ability, no doubt.
Jacob, how are you? Curry, the Seals, the Hess, blocked by Neal. Higdon pushes it up the floor, finds Cole. Cole travel, he got away with it. But down to 11, the closest they've been, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they had a little energy defensively and a little bit of offensive spark there.
Curry, a little baseline floater goes. Makes it 47-34. Again, they have an answer for everything right now. Neal, pull-up jumper, good. Brendan Neal's starting to feel it, Dave.
Yeah, he is. He actually put that up right-handed, I believe.
Washington, the Seals, to Curry. Back to Washington. Washington has no jump shot.
Nope, but he can get to the bucket at will.
Timeout, Beech Grove. Dave, we're going to keep it here. We're good on our breaks here, so kind of thought from you here. You're Coach Wadsworth. You're down 13. You get it down to 11. You get back to 13 on a Beech Grove bucket. Beech Grove calls timeout here. Or was that Whiteland that called the timeout? I think it was Beech Grove, wasn't it?
Yeah, Coach English wasn't super happy with the way his team came out, and I think he's letting them know about it right now.
So is this more of a bonding moment for Coach English, or is this more of I'm going to change it up defensively moment?
I think this is Coach English reminding his team that we are going to play 4 quarters, and I'm not going to let you do anything less than that. And he made it very clear to his guys that The energy they started with there was not going to be acceptable to him. We'll see how they respond.
So score is 49-36, 6:58 left here in fourth quarter. And we'll have a quick abbreviated post-game show tonight, but just kind of talking about those sectional brackets for next week. Beech Grove hosts in the 3A. And
who's in that sectional?
It's Guerin Catholic against Bishop Chatard on Tuesday night. Northwest against Broad Ripple. And Brebeuf Jesuit against Christmas Addicts.
So Indian Creek is not in that sectional. I thought they were.
Beech Grove's not even in this section. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong one. I clicked the wrong one.
You would think Beech Grove would be in the
Great.
Beech Grove sectional, but
You would think that. It loaded the last second there. Hess, supposed double dribble, don't call it. Beech Grove takes on Heron on Tuesday night. Tri-West takes on Indian Creek in the first night. Beech Grove would play Manual. Danville has the bye on the other end. That's a good sectional.
Where's that sectional at?
That is at Beech Grove.
Oh, with those teams in there, that should be an Indian Creek, no doubt about it. I mean, nothing against Beech Grove's basketball team, but their gymnasium is not necessarily a sectional-friendly
You got
gymnasium.
Ash Davis as one of your coaches. You have to win. More passionate than anybody in the game as a coach. Brennan Neal knocks it down.
You know, Brennan's feeling. He's probably scored the last 7 Warrior points. He's feeling a little bit.
Take this break. It's a full timeout. We'll do it here in just a second here. Scores 53-41 at Beech Grove. 5:43 left here in the game.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today, 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Welcome back here to the Keys and More in-game broadcast. Take this opportunity to thank the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible for the last 5+ years. Sports Plus, Bailey Financial Group, Ray Skillman Auto Group, the Center for Diagnostic Imaging, Warner Eye Care, 185 Promotions and Apparel, Dr. Kurt Harrison, the Central Indiana Chiropractic Center, Keys and More, Ron Wormer, the Horace Mann Companies, and Kevin Hood of MetroNet Communications in Franklin. Thanks for what they do of always making these broadcasts possible over the years. Brickley with the ball, now double team in a full court press situation by Whiteland. Curry to Seals, and then Beech Grove. You can see coaches going to press there. Sorry.
Yeah, Coach called a timeout after a 3 to set up how are we going to finish these last 5 minutes. We've got to pressure. We've got to create situations where we can get turnovers, and that's exactly what they did right there.
Higdon over to Witherspoon. Witherspoon to Cole Ferguson, baseline corner, back out to Neal. Neal's feeling it here. Spin move, double team comes, hits Ferguson in the post. Ferguson just a little long off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Washington for Beech Grove. Washington to Seals, to Curry. Curry attacks the paint. Hits Hess, and he traveled.
Yes, he did.
He got a little excited.
He did. He saw an open lane to the bucket and got a little excited there. Whiteland has to take advantage of this. They just have to. That's 2 possessions in a row of Beech Grove turnovers, and we've got to capitalize on those if we have any chance of making this a game.
Ferguson to Neal. Neal, 3. Good! First time it's down to single digits, 53-44 since first quarter, I believe. Or early second.
Yeah, it was 10-9 at the end of the first,
That's right,
and then they went on a
10-9
13-2 run, and it hasn't been within there.
You're right, early second. Seals in the paint. Bunny, no good. Rebound by Hess. Hess puts it back. Witherspoon did not block out at all. One possession could be the difference.
I think at this point the ball has to – I think Brennan Neal has to touch the ball in every possession at this point because, we've seen Brennan when he's feeling it and he's confident in what he's doing, there's very few people in the high school schedule that can be able to stop him in a one-on-one situation.
So Witherspoon, Cole Ferguson get a rest. Chase Ferguson and Luke Hilton come back in the game for your Warriors. Crow tries inbound. It hits Hilton in the corner. Back cut to Neal. Neal almost had his head taken off, but a great find there by Hilton, and Kenny Washington with that foul is going to put Neal at the free throw line here. Now can he knock him down?
You know, and this is the Brennan Neal, as he goes into his senior season next year, that needs to be there every minute of every game. You know, and at times he shows these flashes. He obviously came out of the second half, you could see, ready to compete. And I'm not saying he wasn't competing in the first half, but it's a whole different level of competition he shows at times. And when that becomes consistent, he'll be unstoppable at this level on this schedule we have.
Neal knocks down the first. Second is up, and it's good also. Perfect.
You know, I haven't been keeping track, but that has to be, I bet, 10 straight points for him.
Chase Ferguson reaches in and slaps that ball away, trying to go up to Curry on the sideline. Beech Grove doesn't really know how they want to handle this press. They don't have anybody in the middle in a 2-on-2 situation. They got more 3 people across the back. Washington, they're trying to use their speed versus the beat off the pass. Brickley guarded by Higdon. The Seals to Curry. Curry back out to Seals. Little jumper off the rim, no good. And we're going to have a foul here on Beech Grove on the rebound attempt. Kenny Washington cannot believe it's on him. And he tells him.
Yeah.
He's frustrated. He's worked hard tonight.
He has worked hard. And, you know, he hasn't complained all night. He's frustrated at that call, and he probably, as a senior, I'm sure he's a captain, has the right to do it tastefully, and that's what he did. He wanted to know from the official why he called that foul.
Gavin Hess checks in for Kenny. They're real quick tonight on the foul totals, keeping them up there. How many team fouls somebody has?
Yeah, I don't know if that features down on the board or what's happening, because usually Mr. Rolling's on it.
Roblin has it, but it's like trigger finger right off of it immediately tonight. Witherspoon in for the shooter if Hilton knocks this down. It's down to an 8-point deficit after Hilton makes the first. Hilton knocks it down. Good job by Luke Hilton. Makes it 55-48, 3:52. Elijah Witherspoon checks in for Luke. Curry over to Brickley. Back to Curry. To Hess. Out to Curry. Over to Brickley. Brickley drives, kicks it out to Fultz. To Hess. Back to Brickley. Up high to Fultz. Free throw line jumper. Rolls around. No good. And Chase gets it for Whiteland. There you get a chance to cut down again.
Oh, good look by Crow.
Crow short. No, he knocked it down. I thought it was short coming out of his hand.
All of a sudden we have a 4-point ball game.
55-51. Brickley.
Who'd they call that on?
Call it on Chase Ferguson. His second. The 9th on the Warriors. So next one on is going to be double bonus. This one's just 1-1, but we'll have our precious double B up there.
Not sure he was shooting, but he got 2 shots out of it.
So Brickley knocks down the first, gets it back up to 5. As I come out of my yawn, and he knocks down the second as well. 57-51, 6-point deficit for your Warriors, 3:10 left. Witherspoon, left side, guarded by Curry. Over to Crow, guarded by Seals. Higdon to Neal. Neal slices, dices. And we got a push and foul here on Hess. His 4th of the game. The 9th on Beech Grove. Neal's perfect on the free throw there. Nothing but net. Neal gets it, a little bit of body language involved, but nothing but net. 57-53 over to Washington. Guarded by Neal. Oh, Riley should have had it. Washington, now it's a 3-on-2. What a move by Washington. And Chase Ferguson comes out of it. Slow down, Chase. Slow down here. Neal gets the ball in the right wing. Not gets, but gets.
You know, right now Beech Grove looks a little bit confused, a little out of their game, which is, you know, all night they were in control, and now Whiteland's made this run, and Beech Grove's struggling a little bit.
The diamond of one has really impacted them. And the foul is either on Seals or on Hess. It's on Hess. That is his fifth.
That's
he
huge.
Has fouled out.
Hess carried him for a while there in the, was that the second quarter?
Second quarter with Anchelot, and Anchelot's been quiet also this half. But he checks in now. A couple of Beech Grove parents, probably his, don't like that call. Witherspoon rolls in and out.
It's important for him to knock down this one, get it to a one-possession game.
Witherspoon's second is good. 57-54, 2:20 left. Whiteland down by 3. Seals. Steal by Neal. Flush it. Oh! Blocked by Seals. And then Chase Ferguson fouls. What a block by recovery. He could have quit. Turns around and just slaps it out there.
Could have quit and could have fouled, and he did neither. Got up and showed some next-level athleticism.
Because I thought Britton was going to flush it.
Right.
But Seals, to his credit, did not give up on the play.
No, he didn't.
I think Neal thought he was going to as well.
Now, part of what he wants to see in a situation that doesn't impact the game, Mr. Seals on a breakaway, and see what that looks like, because my goodness, did he elevate quickly.
Foul was on Chase Ferguson. I believe it was his third.
It's a big turn of events for Whiteland. They go from, you know, cutting it to a 1 point, maybe an and one situation, to a now we're back down to 5 points. And maybe gave Beech Grove a little bit of momentum on that play.
Witherspoon comes out. Helton comes in. 2 minutes left coming up on mark. Whiteland down by 5. Steal by Curry. You might get to see it. Oh, no, you won't.
A simple layup.
Higdon breaks it down. Seals. Got the forehead on that one. The foul was on
Curry, I believe.
Curry, not on Seals. Helton out, Witherspoon in. Are we going offense, defense here? Is that what's going on here between Witherspoon and Helton, Dave? It's kind of an,
potentially, but I think you'd want to have Ferguson in there for a defensive possession, but I don't know.
Higdon. Oh, Chase is just worn out. 61-56, down 5. Washington. Now you got a foul. They call a travel. I don't know how there's not a foul there.
There was definitely a travel, but I do think he got fouled a few times on the way to that travel. But you know what? Coach English isn't complaining about it. He's more talking about hit to his player about passing the ball there.
$1 137 left. I may not make it, Dave. You may have to carry it. Some would argue you have every broadcast you've been on. 137 left. We're going to take this break here, 32nd here. 61-56. Beech Grove leads Whiteland in the game.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beach Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting the things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador of fun, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
61-56 is our score here. Coach Wadsworth calls that timeout. I believe he has one timeout left. If I have my numbers in my head and they just verified he does have one. Thanks, Coach Johnson, for flashing the index finger to let us know that. So, Whiteland inbounded here. And here we go. Neal into Higdon. Do you see Beech Grove change anything up or playing the same? Any kind of zone?
I don't
here?
think so. I think Beech
They're
Grove's
zone. They're going zone.
going to try to lengthen the possessions here and play that game.
Good call by English. Crow to Higdon. Whiteland fans are going crazy, like, just move. You got to score. You got to score. You got minute 10 left in the game. There's lots of time. Higdon's three. Good.
Now it took 30 seconds to get that shot off.
Now do you go about 15 seconds before you foul, Dave? What are you doing here? You're going to let Seals turn it over.
I think you're going to let Seals turn it over. I don't know who has the possession. Beech Grove's possession.
With our beautiful new scoreboard, it does not show possession up there.
Oh, no, Whiteland ball.
But we have double Bs for double.
We do. No doubt it's double bonus, that's for sure. All right, Whiteland with a chance to take the lead or tie here.
Good comeback here by Whiteland, who was down 32-16 in this game in the third quarter. Turnover by Neal, by Curry. Curry fouled by Neal. It's going to be double bonus. 34.1 seconds left. Still got time.
You know, Beech Grove has done a great job of knocking free throws down tonight. I don't remember too many Beech Grove misses from the line.
Curry misses.
See what I did there?
You got to say it again. You got to repeat it the exact same way.
That may be Beech Grove's first missed free throw of the year. I'm not sure. They do a great job at the free throw line. Let's hope the Warriors can get out of this with a missed free throw. Not so good. I got too fancy there, didn't I?
It's like most of the IU shooters in the free throw line, 50%. At least you didn't have any air balls. I've seen more air balls this year than ever.
You got guys getting their college paid for. This is what they sort of do for a living who can't find the rim on a free throw. It's something else, isn't it? Don't get me started.
23 seconds left. Higdon drives, goes up, no foul. Higdon gets it back.
Maybe a time to use that timeout if I'm Matt here.
Wadsworth calls that timeout. We're going to keep it here. We're going to let you be Coach Wadsworth in this situation, Dave. Okay, I'll let you take a second here and think about it. Score is 62-59, 13.1 seconds left. You're Coach Wadsworth, Dave Edens.
There's no doubt he's got a 30-second timeout. He's got to go faster. There's no doubt you're looking for a look for Brennan Neal. He's been knocking down shots. But if they rush out on Brennan Neal, you've got Carter Crow and Riley Higdon that can knock down shots as well. So I think you draw up a play for Brennan, and then you go from there, and then you tell him to crash the boards, and let's get a follow here.
Well, how much time do you leave on the clock when you take the shot? 5 seconds?
I think you try to get the best shot you can as quick as you can and let it play out from there. That way, in a three-point game, even if you miss and there's 8 seconds, you can still foul them and play that foul game.
So you're not worried about going for a three-pointer. You're going for best shot.
I'm going for a three-pointer quickly is what I'm going for here. And let's see how the chips fall after that.
Higdon, backcourt, 10 seconds left to Helton. Helton to Neal. Helton doesn't have it. Back to Neal. Three off the rim, no good. 1 second, and that's going to be your final. 62-59, Beech Grove. Whiteland had some opportunities there to knock it down, Dave, but they just couldn't capitalize.
Well, they had a great look. They did exactly what they needed to, and they got a great look. It just didn't fall.
Going to take this break. We'll come back to the Ray Skillman Auto Group post-game show. Back here in just a second on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial of the Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Branch Road, Warner Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee. Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441. Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beech Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ray Skillman family introduces the Fiat 500 family, the 500C, the 500L, and the 500X crossover. Fun, exciting, and affordable. Up to 45 miles per gallon, starting at $16,900. Customize it yourself with Italian style at the all-new Ray Skillman Fiat South. Check us out today for sales and service on US 31 South. Just minutes from anywhere in Indy.
Final score here from Glenray Gymnasium and Whiteland Community High School. Good guys, 59. The bad guys, 62. The Warriors on senior night fall by 3 to finish the regular season 10-12 on the year. Beech Grove improves their record to 17-5 on the year. And now the Warriors get to turn their attention to sectionals at Greenwood next week, as they will take on Franklin Central in the opening round of the sectional tournament. Chris Wood, Dave Edens with you, as well as our producer extraordinaire Chad Shapson, as we kind of talk real quick about this game tonight. Dave, you're
the positive you take from this game tonight is, Whiteland could have folded early, and they battled back against a team that is probably a better basketball team. I don't think anybody's going to argue that tonight. And they played hard and put themselves in a position to, play in overtime, which is all you can ask from a group of young men, to keep playing hard till the end.
Well, and that's what this team is, I think, has done. Is Coach Wasser's done such a good job. I think maybe it's more noticeable to me this year than a lot of years in the past, because he doesn't have quite the same talent he's had the last few years. But this team makes a lot of adjustments as the game goes on, and man, they were there at the end. They couldn't knock down the shot, and then a couple of little fouls here and there might be the difference in that game. But it moves on to sectionals next week, and they'll take on Franklin Central, a team that I think it's 3-17 on the year. But Franklin Central, you never want to play them.
Well, and if you remember 2 years ago, Franklin Central walked in here with a 5-17 record.
Killed us, didn't they?
Walked through the sectional and actually got to the final game of a very good regional. So, you can't, if you're caught up on the record of a team coming to sectional play, you're not setting yourself up for success, because Franklin Central is going to come in to compete, and they're not going to be intimidated by anybody in our sectional because they never are.
Well, on the other side of it, you've got Center Grove opening up against Martinsville, which I believe last I knew they were 14-7 on the year. Martinsville was, but Center Grove should win that game. But you don't have Center Grove on your side of the bracket until the championship game on Saturday night. So if you can get through Franklin Central on Tuesday night, you have a good Franklin game on Friday night. But maybe you've had a warm-up game there, and obviously you've played them before in the year, so maybe you have a chance there to get that W there as well.
Yeah, I think Whiteland's got as good a draw as they could have asked for to get to the finals. You know, now obviously you have to play one game at a time. There's no doubt about that. But they have winnable games all the way up to Saturday. And then, you know what? You never know what's going to happen on a sectional championship game. Last year, if you remember, Coach Wadsworth comes out and holds the ball the first 3 minutes of the game. And you just don't know. So you got to put yourself in a position to advance. And they've got a draw where they can realistically win a first-round game. They can beat a Franklin team. It's not that they're easily going to beat them, but they're winnable games, no doubt.
So, again, final score is 62-59. Beech Grove gets the win over your Warriors tonight on senior night here at Whiteland High School. And as I mentioned earlier, this is okay, we got to put Ash Davis. And Ash Davis here.
I'm on?
You're
All right.
on, sir. And we were talking about during our broadcast that with you as part of the coaching staff down at Indian Creek now, there is absolutely positively no reason you should not win that sectional. It should be a good sectional, shouldn't it, up there at Beech Grove?
Yes, for sure. Are you talking about my sectional?
I'm talking about your
at Beech
sectional.
Grove? Man, you would think that with me being a part of the situation, being a part of the operation, but, you know, they stacked the deck on us and put 4 top 10 teams in that sectional with us. And we've been kind of laid low all year. You know,
I'm sure Bill Hoag's okay with it.
Yeah, he's all right with it. It's going to be a tough one for sure. We got to get through, 3 of those top 10 teams to win it. So,
well, we're going to do a side note here. Are you enjoying the opportunity down at Indian Creek to be the freshman coach?
I love it. Hopefully, I'll move up.
What is the best part of it?
The best part of it?
Being part of a high school team, or
I think it's coaching. Say what?
It's got to be part of it.
Yes. And we get free ice cream after the games. It was awesome. Being able to coach older kids, and the fact that I get to go out and scout teams and, come to Whiteland and hang out with you guys.
How'd the freshman season go for you this year?
It went well. We learned a lot. The kids played hard. And
who's we learned a lot, you or the kids?
Well, I was the coach, so obviously they got a lot better. It's just we ran out of games is what happened. And
that's what I said when I coached with you also. Probably should leave it at that.
Whoa, what time? I got to go.
Hey, we have to get together sometime this spring, the 3 of us, and shoot the breeze at B-Dubs or something like that and catch up, or Applebee's or something, and see how things are going, because you're coaching with my guy down there, Bill Hoag, who I know is just an assistant and helping out some, but Bill's someone who I don't use the word love very often, but he's done so much for me, and he's my guy.
I love Bill Hoag. I've learned a lot from him, and we both are night owls.
Do you see any similarities between Bill and I, or my mannerisms, or things that I have done when you coach with me and that I got off Bill?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Bill's an older guy, He's been through a lot, so I think this might be his last year.
Yeah, my understanding was he wasn't going to coach this year because of the knee surgery and maybe do it next year.
He had the knee surgery, and he still showed up every day. And,
like it or not, he was there.
Huh? Him and I both like to watch West Coast college basketball and talk about it the next day.
Well,
so.
He never sleeps.
No, I guess not. He watches a lot of film, but he's a knowledgeable guy. I learned a lot from him.
Well, Ash, thanks for taking a minute and joining us. Good luck in sectionals next week. I know it's exciting. And you were definitely at work. We've been complimenting about how you had somebody from, we don't mention who it was, but that you had somebody from the Whiteland community up there helping you scout, it appeared.
Or helping me, distract me, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just hope my coach is happy with the work I did tonight.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week, won't we?
I have you guys to he can text or call you guys, and you can let him know that I had some people talking to me the whole time. So
Well, we'll tell him that you learned a lot this year.
Yeah, do that. Do that. He loves you. Just say that. He loves you. Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks, Ash, for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Let's get together.
Absolutely.
All right.
Again, that's Ashley Davis, and as we wrap up this, again, our hope is that we're doing one last broadcast next Saturday night as the boys get to the sectional championship game, but will not be able to broadcast Tuesday or Friday because I'll be out of town on those nights. There will not be a broadcast. Under that, under the assumption that potentially or not here, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's made this possible this year, and not just this year, but in the past, and they know who they are out there, and I'm not going to get too sappy, but I look forward to doing something else down the road at some point in time, be it here or somewhere else in a different medium, but thank you to Whiteland for making it possible for 5 years for me to be involved in doing this, and I want to see this continue next year in some capacity with the kids at Whiteland High School and whoever else in the community can help make it happen, and I will do whatever I can to help that continue. So thanks to everyone out there who's watched us. Thanks to everyone out there who has listened to us over the years and stayed with us, and go Warriors. Thanks to everyone who were listening tonight, watched tonight. Take a chance to also thank our sponsors who have made this possible throughout the years. Sports Plus, Bailey Wood Financial Group, Ray Skillman Auto Group, the Center for Diagnostic Imaging, Warner Eye Care, Whiteland 85 Promotions and Apparel, Dr. Kurt Harris, and the Central Indiana Chiropractic Center, Keys and More, Ron Wallman of the Horace Mann Companies, and Kevin Hood of Metronet Communications in Franklin. Thanks to all of them for what they've done over the years for us, and most of them have been with us all 5.5 years. This will be our 6th year. Again, special thanks to Chad Shapson to my left here. He's ready to go home here on a Friday night, I can tell. My thanks to Dave Edens. My thanks to Justin Ray this year, Jerry Emerson, Riley McMahon, one of the students that's helped out during basketball, and all the kids in football season as well. Have a great weekend. Most importantly, next Tuesday night, go Warriors. Take care of business because I want to do one more game on Saturday night. We'll talk to you again later here on Warrior Beach Sports. Have a great night, a great weekend, everyone.
Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial, the Horace Mann Companies, are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Ranch Road, Warner Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee. Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic leather jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441. Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beach Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ray Skillman family introduces the Fiat 500 family, the 500C, the 500L, and the 500X crossover. Fun, exciting, and affordable. Up to 45 miles per gallon, starting at $16,900. Customize it yourself with Italian style at the all-new Ray Skillman Fiat South. Check us out.
Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beach Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.